Hello. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. My name is Giselle, and today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about mental health and fitness. You guys already know I'm a personal trainer and a gym rat, so you know I love to take care of myself physically, but how do I take care of myself mentally? And that first tip is the Bible. The big guns, my armor. So I am Christian. So I've been trying to read the Bible more often over the past few months, and I have been doing that. Not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. There are days where I just don't read it, and it's really just excuses. It's really that, but I've been trying to read one chapter every morning before just starting my day, before doing anything. He is the one who helps me, because without Jesus, I would not be able to do half of the things that I do on a daily basis. So yeah, he's my rock. That's king right there.
Help me! Our salvation! Jesus Christ! Look!
I'm currently on Proverbs chapter 14. Real quick, you guys, this verse right here is pretty amazing. So Proverbs 14:29 says, "Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly." This Bible is from Charles F. Stanley, so he has notes. It's a study Bible, so he has notes on very specific verses, and he has a note for this one. So it says, "It may feel good for a short while to vent our fury at someone, but human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Failure to control a quick temper leads only to heartache." I can low-key be a little quick-tempered, so it's something that I'm fighting on a day-to-day basis, where I'm just constantly trying to be calm, and yeah, I just try to be calm as much as I can. I've definitely gotten a lot better over the past few years, but especially over this year. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with it. But I'm done with my chapter. That was a great chapter. So we're gonna go ahead and get this workout in. We are working shoulders and triceps. Do y'all see that though? Y'all see it?
Hello, family. Urgh! Does anyone need the remote?
Ooh, and let me show you guys the whole fit. Super cute. We got this top from Amazon. It's not like a baby blue. It's a type of blue. I don't know what type of blue to call it, right? And then we have these shorts from Pink. I got these years ago, and they're still pretty good. But yeah, you guys. Alright, for real now, let's get this workout in. Alright, y'all, so we're warming up with the resistance bands, trying to warm up my triceps and all parts of my shoulders. But my first tip for managing mental health during your fitness journey is setting realistic expectations and smaller goals. Create smaller habits, and once you stay consistent with those habits, then it'll be easier to achieve those long-term goals that you may have. Sometimes when people try so hard to think about their long-term goals, they get discouraged, they get stressed out, and you don't want to deal with that. So just focus on those baby steps. I know it's cliche, but it's so true. Progress is not always linear, so that's another reason why I think it's very important to focus on smaller habits and smaller goals, because those long-term goals can be discouraging if you don't reach every single step. Third tip that I have for you guys is practice self-compassion. Do not beat yourself up if there's a setback, okay? Or missing one workout is not going to hurt your entire progress. Remember, progress isn't linear. There are going to be moments where, let's say you're trying to lose weight. You might lose weight at first for a little bit, then it might be stagnant, and then you're going to lose more. That's just how it is. We can't really control that, and the same concept goes for bulking. Ultimately, you have to give yourself grace for the hard work that you put in. So again, don't be too hard on yourself. Fourth tip that I have for you guys might be an unpopular opinion, but a lot of people will say, oh, make sure you do something that you truly enjoy throughout your fitness journey so that it prevents burnout and so that it makes it interesting. I personally don't fully agree with that. I'm not saying you have to be miserable or something. Of course, you should enjoy your fitness journey overall. I do. I love fitness. I have such a passion for it. Y'all know that. However, I am not enjoying every single moment. There are some moments where I don't feel like eating a specific amount of calories. I feel like eating more. There are moments where I don't feel like doing my cardio, but guess what? I need to do more. Look, this moment right here, I was pushing myself more than my limit. I didn't feel like doing it, but guess what? I had to do it. It's just big things or small things. Apply that discipline. I want to talk about discipline a little bit more in detail. Here's a screenshot because I didn't have enough footage. But anyways, discipline is another thing that will really improve your mental health. Why? Because you are training your mind to be stronger. Let's say you're going through a really rough time. Everything seems to be going against you. But guess what? You still manage to put that to the side. You don't completely, suppress it because that's not healthy either. But you just temporarily put it to the side and say, you know what, I still got to get this workout in. I still got to do this. I still got to get my protein. I still got to eat healthy because I have goals that I want to reach. And I already know if I don't reach these goals, then I'm going to be upset with myself and I'm going to take longer when I could just apply that discipline today, right now. So again, your mind will be so much stronger. It's absolutely insane. It's a vital skill that every human adult needs to obtain. And I've said this before on like Instagram stories and all that. So if you follow me, then you've probably heard this already, but I'm gonna repeat it, okay? Because I always feel like sometimes people want to build discipline, but they never apply it to certain situations. And then they wonder why they're not disciplined like 6 months later, a year later. Like, you never apply it. What do you expect? So you have to practice and apply it. So whenever there's a moment where there's an opportunity to miss a workout because you've had a rough day, because you're going through a tough time, you're sad, anxious, depressed, or someone pissed you off, or again, just like things are not going your way, or simply if you just are feeling unmotivated, but you still apply that discipline and go work out, then guess what? You are conquering that. And every single time that you conquer that, you are going to be so much more disciplined by the end of those 6 months or in a year, because it takes time too. You're not going to be disciplined in a month. It takes time. But yeah, I just want to say that because I feel like sometimes people forget that you can't build something that you don't even practice. Fifth tip that I have for you guys: prioritize your rest days, okay? Rest days are just as important as training days. I just made a reel about it on Instagram. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I gave you guys a few tips on how to master your rest day in that reel. But overtraining can lead to physical and mental burnout, you guys. Burnout is no joke. No joke. You don't want to deal with that. So I highly suggest that you put your ego to the side if you have to and take that rest day. The sixth tip that I have for you guys is to have some social support, whether that's a friend, family member, or anyone else that you trust. Just be mindful that these people should hold you accountable to your fitness goals, not bring you down or shame you. These people should lift you up and encourage you throughout this fitness journey, because fitness is not easy, as we all know. So I just want you guys to make sure that you pick the right people, okay? The seventh tip that I have for you guys is to have positive self-talk with yourself more often. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but it's the truth. Having a positive perspective towards your fitness journey is gonna increase the chances of your fitness journey being successful in the long run. If you're constantly having a negative perspective, then honestly, I don't know how you're gonna do it. I'm just keeping it real. Because when I first started, I was super negative, super shameful on myself. I would beat myself up all the time. Just thinking about it now, it's just absolutely ridiculous how I used to treat myself. You have to treat yourself properly, have respect for yourself, and love yourself. Okay? Life has its inconveniences, its issues, its problems. So does your fitness journey. It's the same concept, but you have to show gratitude for yourself and see the positive in everything. Don't ignore your problems, but still see the positive. Hey guys, so that was my shoulder and triceps workout. I haven't really been training chest because I feel like, I don't know, it's not a priority for me right now. I just don't really care to train my pectoral muscles, but maybe in the future I will. But I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. Triceps are on fire right now from those push-ups. I'm gonna go ahead and train a client, and I'll give you some more tips about mental health in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back home and I'm actually having lunch right now. I ended up making a breakfast wrap for lunch. But I've actually made this before on my channel, you guys. If you scroll down on my channel, you're gonna see the recipe on how I make it. Low calorie, high protein. The food that you eat can actually have an effect on your mental health as well. So if you're eating a lot of crappy food, then your mental health is probably not going to be in the best state. Obviously, food isn't the only factor that contributes to mental health. There are plenty of factors, but it does play a role. You can start consuming more omega-3s and 6 because from what I know or from what I remember, they're supposed to help improve your mood and it improves your brain health. And that's why I take fish oil, like the little pill, because it improves your brain health. The reality is you are what you eat. And I know that's so cliche, but it's so true. I've actually had clients tell me that when they start improving their eating habits, that they're not as foggy up here, you know, they feel like they're just not as sluggish, they have more energy. All those things are gonna have a positive effect on your brain, not just here down. You know what I mean? Like, really think about that. So your nutrition does play a part. Another tip that I feel helps me manage my mental health is limiting perfection. We have to understand that no one on this earth is perfect. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You need to strive for consistency with your fitness journey and not perfection. The more you strive for perfection all the time and every single day has to be perfect, every single workout session, every single meal, you know, by the end of the day, your calories, it has to be perfect down to the T. And if it's not, then, you know, all hell breaks loose. Now, obviously, you already know I want you to be as accurate as possible with your eating, your training, your tracking, just everything. But again, you might not be on the dot every single day, and that's fine. That's okay. Aim for consistency. Strive to be consistent, because every day that you are consistent, that is going to build the foundation more and more and more. And it's going to keep building those layers when you're consistent. And then little by little, you have a pretty good layer of foundation. And foundation is really important. People don't really understand that. People don't really think about that, but it's true. Your foundation is super important, because when life throws things at you, when crap hits the fan, then guess what? You gotta go back to that foundation that you created in order to pick yourself back up. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. Embrace the fact that there will be setbacks throughout this journey. You just gotta live with it. You gotta learn to maneuver around those setbacks instead of dwelling in those setbacks and letting it get to you and beating yourself up and all these things. Just simply go around it. Now, it's not easy, but with practice and being consistent on trying to fix those things or manage those things, the better you're gonna get at it. I think another thing that I do pretty often is reflecting. I reflect a lot. I will reflect on my day. At night, I will reflect on just how I am, how my mental health is doing, you know, because I feel like your mental health should be at a good state in order for you to provide the best version of yourself to other people. I think it's important to have like check-ins with yourself. If you feel like you're burnt out or you're getting close to that point, stressed, anxious, just very, negative emotions that are really taking a toll on your mental health and all that, then you should really try your best to prevent those things from happening by tweaking some things in your schedule, by changing certain things around, or by reducing the amount of work that you're doing. Everyone's situation is different, but yeah, for me personally, like whenever I feel a little burnt out, sometimes I'm not really like posting, or if I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm like about to burn out, then I won't really post on Instagram for like a week, or I I mean, again, it depends. You know, there are days where I do kind of feel myself like stressing out because I need to edit this video. I need to edit for Reels, for Instagram and TikTok and other social media platforms. I have an appointment, I have a meeting, I have things to do, I have errands to do. Like, there are moments where I do like feel myself starting to get stressed out. And sometimes it's hard, but I try to kind of like take a step back and just really like calm myself down and be like, it's okay, everything will be okay. Because one thing I will say about burnout is I feel like a lot of people underestimate it. You know, the feeling of like burnout, it's such a, like even talking about it, it's like starting to stress me out. Like, it's such a negative feeling. What I've noticed about burnout is it might take me even longer to recover from burnout because I pushed myself over my limit a little too much. Versus if I were to just tweak things in my schedule, do certain things to prevent that from even happening, then I would still, in a sense, be trying to recover from that feeling of almost reaching that point, but at the same time, it wouldn't take me as long to recover. Hey guys, what's up? So I just got back from training my evening clients. I already put on my night creams and everything. I just gotta brush my teeth. Well, actually, I gotta walk my dog, brush my teeth, and then go to bed. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And this video was meant to give you some insight on how mental health and physical health are tied together. Something that I always say is nothing in the body works in isolation. It's really important to try to take care of yourself and your overall well-being. That way you can be the best version of yourself and reach your full potential. And even then, I feel like when it comes to healing and growing, it never ends. Honestly, there are times where I'm like, man, like I'm still healing, I'm still growing like more and more. I mean, I love it, but like, not gonna lie, there are times where I'm like, man, like I thought I was done. But you know, that's just not how it works. You know, there's always room for improvement. So yeah, it's a great journey though. At the end of the day, it's a long journey, and it's something where it's not always linear. You know, you're not just like getting better and better and better. There are days, months where, you know, you're getting better, and then, you know, you might go down a little bit because of, you know, maybe specific events or circumstances, and then you go back up, and then we're here. So try to manage your mental health as much as you can. Take care of yourself, talk to people that you trust, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to improve it. With that said, I truly hope that these tips helped you guys out. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications that we get notified every time I upload a brand new video. Alright, you guys, stay tuned for my next one. Bye.